Hi, I'm gorgeous Noxy. Welcome to the series Ask Noxy, where I answer viewer questions, give advice, and express my opinions on subjects that you all submit to me. Today's topic comes from one of my dear friends, Heavy Red. I've known Red for almost 2.5 years now, from my days of adventure in VR chat. Out of all my friends, he's encouraged me the most to create content, so I found it only appropriate that my first video should have something to do with him. Heavy Red wants to know what my daily routine is like and how it affects my mood. So, I'm going to go over that. So, let's talk about my daily routine. Here is like a chart of all of my activities that I usually do throughout the week. I made this a little while ago, so it's pretty recent actually. And like most people, I wake up to start my day. And usually when I wake up, there is, one of two things that happens. I wake up on time and my alarm goes off and I get right up. Or if it's too early, I go back to sleep and try to sleep off that extra time because sometimes I'll wake up like a few hours early. Once that's done, I drink a bottle of water, I make my bed, and then, like most people, I go to the bathroom in the morning. After I'm done in the bathroom, I weigh myself, I get dressed, and then I check my diet chart to see what I'm going to eat for breakfast. While I'm eating breakfast, I take my meds. I then brush my teeth after breakfast, go for a walk, come home, start to check emails and see if there's any work that needs to be done. Usually there's not a ton for me to do because I telework. And I have a pretty sweet job. So while I'm not really doing anything at my job, I'll work on plans, skill building, and other high value tasks. If a priority does arise at work though, I'll drop everything and get right to it. But it is what it is. I work pretty hard up until lunch, and when my lunch alarm goes off on my phone, I check my diet chart again, and then I'll make that and I'll eat lunch. And after lunch, I usually brush my teeth again. I go for a second walk, and after that walk, I come in and I take a freezing cold shower, and we'll talk about why later. After that, I go back to work, and then dinner time comes around, and some nights I am reheating stuff that I've already meal prepped, and other nights I am cooking. I'll take my meds when I take dinner. I brush my teeth, and then I floss at night. And then one of two things usually happens because I usually eat dinner pretty early, around like 5 o'clock. So I'll either clean or I dedicate that time to cleaning, whatever needs to be done, dishes, washing the floor, scrubbing the toilet, etc. Or sometimes, I do yoga like a few times a week, so I'll go to yoga class. And then once I come home, I usually do more work, or I spend my time with my leisure time, like playing video games, playing VR chat, spending time with my boyfriend, or doing whatever. And then that's it. Like I go to sleep, and get up the next morning and do it all over again, right back to the grind. All right, let's talk about why I do the things I do in my routine. Getting 8 hours of sleep is important for me because if I get too little or too much sleep, sometimes I can get migraine headaches. So to keep my serotonin balance in check, I usually sleep for a good solid 8 hours. And if I don't sleep those 8 hours, I go back to sleep. That's why I mentioned that. That's why that was important. After that, I don't hit snooze on my alarm clock. I get right up. And I get up with a vision usually in my head of like what I'm going to do that day. And I feel that's important because I feel like I'm attacking the day and I don't procrastinate. It helps lead into a nice flow of a day. I drink water because it helps kick the morning grogginess. I don't drink caffeine or anything like that. So for me, like water helps hydrate me, get me woke up. It helps get me hungry and ready to eat. So that's that. I make my bed because I saw some person doing it as like a good habit, and it's like a military thing or whatever. And they basically made a point that if you get up and make your bed, then like it helps you to complete the first task of the day and get moving. Okay. So what else? I weigh myself because I'm dieting and I keep track of my weight, and I try to keep really good track of my weight, obviously, because I have a freaking meal plan for everything that I do. I take my medication in the morning because I have gastrointestinal reflux disorder. It's a really fun one. So I take that in the morning and in the evenings to help keep that at bay. I brush my teeth a lot because I like having white teeth. So that's nice. Let's see. Walking after meals has a pretty good significance, and that is that it helps to keep me alert and focused, because if you walk after a meal, then it will stop the blood from flowing into your stomach, and it'll keep the blood like flowing through your head and your limbs and everything like that. So it's kind of like one of those little life hacks where you don't get that sleepiness like you get after you eat a big meal or something like that on, like, say, Thanksgiving or whatever. You'll actually just, keep going. So that's why I do that every day. Also, on my walks, I get a nice amount of sunlight and fresh air and stuff like that. And it's good to get those things in you. And I really underestimated that when I was younger. But now that I'm like a little older, like getting that fresh air on my walks and stuff is good, because all the dust and stuff that builds up inside your house, you're not getting a good amount of oxygen content that you would if you went outside. So, getting that fresh air is good. But also for me, I have seasonal depression. So the sunlight really, really helps me. I really love sunlight. I am not a rain person. I'm sad on rainy days usually. But, I manage by getting that ambient sunlight, even on rainy days, even on snowy days, even on any kind of day. I will take a walk, whether it's 100 degrees out or 0. So that's just part of my routine. And I don't think that'll ever change for the rest of my life now that I have a really good routine like this. What else? Work is a dream job for me. I don't have to really mention much about that. I'm a system administrator. I telework, and I don't really do much. I install software and all that stuff, and I don't really want to talk about my job. So that's all we're going to talk about for that. Freezing cold showers. This is something important because I started doing this a few months back, and it feels great, honestly, because when you take a freezing cold shower, you feel like you have conquered death or something. Like, a freezing cold shower will make you feel like a champion. It's good for your skin. It's good for your hair. You'll have less hair loss. There's a ton of reasons why you should take a cold shower. And I really got sold on this from a TED Talk that I saw on YouTube about this guy who was some Olympic athlete. And I was like, cold shower? I'm like, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to take a cold shower. And then I was like, whatever, I'm just going to try this out. And then it was miserable, like for the first week. But after that first week, just got over it. And like, I can't not do it now. Like it's part of my routine, and it just keeps me motivated to keep going. With yoga, I do yoga because I like to be flexible. And being flexible helps with aches and cramps that you can get, along with being well hydrated. Like both of those things just will help counter inflammation in your body if you keep stretching and stuff. So I like to keep, nimble and limber. So that's that. I like to plan my cleaning after eating because it's a convenient time to do that. Like you eat, all your dishes are dirty. Okay, so you put them in the dishwasher, and then it's just like a thing. Like psychologically, I'm already cleaning, so might as well take care of a few other things while I'm cleaning. And then that's pretty much it. Okay, let's talk about how this affects my mood. My routine is very rigorous and meticulous for very many reasons, which I've learned over the course of my life to help me feel in my best shape. And I'm not talking about just best shape in terms of fitness or, whatever. I'm talking about the whole package. I'm talking about mentally, physically, like whatever. Like when I stick to this routine, I've found that I don't suffer a lot of aches and pains. I'm happy. Like before I got into this nice rigid routine, I was one of those people who was fat, out of shape. I literally would have all these weird little complications popping up, little aches, whatever, that I didn't know like how to solve. And, I did what a lot of people would say is like, you just do diet and exercise and get sunlight and walk. I took all these things and tried them. And it took a while of convincing to get myself to make the first step. And I didn't do it all at once. I've been working on this for years to fight these things. And so I've finally come to a place in my life where I feel like my routine is perfect. And I don't feel like it's going to change much for the rest of my life. And it is what it is. So this is my first video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you want, leave a comment. If you want to sub to me, go ahead. I don't care. I'm probably going to be making more of these. And if you talk to me in the comments, I will probably reply to you because I don't have a huge audience yet. And if you have a topic that you want me to discuss for the future, leave it down below, Make me do an Ask Noxy on a particular topic. I'll probably get better at this over time, but I might just pick yours next. Anyway, I love you cuties. Hope all of you have a wonderful day, and I will hopefully see you next time.